I don't give a flying fuck what he thinks. I'm an internet god. My name is Joe Cronin.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
Hello everybody there, right there on The Joe Cronin Show, the hardcore legend Mick Foley.
You're watching The Joe Cronin Show with Joe Cronin. Personality, insight, and insanity. Wrestling talk with attitude.
This is my dear loyal lieutenant, Brother Cronin. He's a good man.
How about this? If you're gonna call the show, grow a sack. If I offend you, fuck you. Time to drop it like it's hot on the Joe Cronin Show. What's up, everybody? 2 a.m. in the morning. I ain't give no fucks about it. I'm supposed to do a Triggered by Rage podcast, but instead, I decided to stay up and screw around with you guys as I try to fix my computer and fix a couple things that were going wrong. Shit happens, I guess, right? Sometimes shit just goes wrong. It doesn't work out. But that's fine. I'm fine with that. I want to shout out to ProWrestlingCrate.com. You guys want to get the crate, make sure you use coupon Cronin. Want to shout out the Rage Lunatic who's getting hinged, baby. Hitched. I guess it's hitched is what you're supposed to say. He's getting married to his lady. So you want me to shout out Rage and Amanda, or future Ms. Rage. So, hey, Rage the Lunatic, man, congratulations and thank you. And thanks for reaching out, man. What a weird night. SmackDown's amazing. Raw was terrible. And we went over it in my review, so that's all basically taken care of. And there's really nothing else to do. I mean, there was some some footage after Raw went off the air the other night of Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho being stuck in the cage. That was kind of funny. Renee Young apologizing for slapping The Miz is kind of funny. Why is, I guess Bubba Ray Dudley had some kind of viewing party? This is weird. He was hosting a Watch Raw party at I Play America's Game Time Bar and Grill in New Jersey. That's funny. He's not there anymore, so you'll have to watch Raw. 68% of the people said they enjoyed SmackDown versus 32%. That's better than the 50-50 they got when they asked people what they thought about Raw. So the poll for WWE is at 68%. I wanted to also update you guys on my poll, because WWE's poll is currently here. I mean, this is interesting. It currently says, so people are liking SmackDown more. The 32% that said they didn't enjoy it, I don't know, I guess you can't please everybody, but sometimes, and maybe some of them have a valid point. My problem is if some of those people said no to SmackDown and yes to Raw, you're out of your goddamn mind. You're out of your freaking mind and you're crazy as shit. Now, let me go over here and grab my poll, which I actually haven't seen yet in a little while. It's been, oh my God, it's up to 847 votes. That may be more votes than friggin' like Sam Roberts would get if he put a poll up. Look at this. 95% say they preferred SmackDown over 5% of Raw. So, you can say my audience is skewed, but it's not really, because the overall actual WWE audience, aside from my channel, actual WWE polling said 68% preferred it. My viewers leaned very heavily, 95%. You guys, unbelievable. 847 freaking votes. Man, I don't know what's in the water in Arcadia, but Arcadia people are fucking assholes. I have spoken to many people from Arcadia this year, and they're Arcadia, California, and they're just assholes. I don't know what it is, and they all sound the same, and it's weird. I looked it up, and I couldn't figure out what the accent was, but they've been all assholes. I've spoken to two of them on the phone. One of the people represents my company. And they were an asshole. The customer was an asshole, and the rep who's part of my company, was an asshole to me. I'm on the phone trying to mediate a situation. Neither one will budge. And I got so pissed off I flipped out. But they were both bitches. They're both assholes. And they both had the same accent, and they sounded the same. And then like a few weeks later, I had another issue with Arcadia, and that was months ago. Now today, Arcadia came up again, another douchebag. This time it's a guy. And these people are fucking assholes. Like, they're visceral. They won't budge. It's crazy. That being said, I mean, so I looked up Arcadia, and it's like 70% Asian. And I figured out the accent is Asian. And I'm like, really? I thought Asian people are always like the kindest, fucking nicest people. Like, they're always so quiet and nice. Everybody I knew. But yeah, these people were fucking visceral. But then Leo looked it up, and I guess they're all rich. Arcadia is full of like rich Asian people. There's like 10% white, 10% black, and like Hispanic or something. But man, it's incredible. But they are, man, Jesus Christ, they're mean. Holy shit. White women in Pennsylvania are also mean. I will say that. Many of them. I hate to offend anybody whose mother or whatever girlfriend you grew up in Pennsylvania. And maybe it's just certain sections of Pennsylvania, but it seems like many of them are douchebags too. And that also goes back to sort of being the rich people. It's weird. They're like entitled. But then the poor can be terrible too. They call up, I expect everything. You know, so everybody's entitled. Anyway, that's my fucking customer service type of experience. You know, JD's given his with his fucking job, you know, and it's the same way at my places we've talked about. It's just you hear this stuff, you want to beat yourself over the head with your own dick. Like, it's really unbelievable. This show right now is definitely going somewhere else besides wrestling, but that's okay because I said so, and it's my show, and I don't care. And I was supposed to do Triggered by Rage, but I didn't. So I figured I'd just make this video. Maybe I will still do it. I don't even know. This should be Triggered by Rage. The MTV video really pissed me off earlier, but let's stick to wrestling, I guess. I always want to go off on all these tangents, and then people tell me, "Don't do it here. Don't do it here, man." So I should save this for Shame on News, or save this for Triggered by Rage, and maybe that's what I'll do. But sorry. So Renee Young apologized for slapping The Miz. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm goth. She's got the goth makeup on right now. I like it. You know, AJ Styles facing Samoa Joe at WrestleMania. I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of Samoa Joe. Like, the only time he interested me was when he got busted open against Finn Balor that time. And then the next match they had was not very good for me. I didn't enjoy it. I don't enjoy him that much. Perhaps he probably would have a really good match with AJ Styles. Obviously, we've seen that match before from them. But, I don't know. I don't want to see. I want to see like AJ versus The Undertaker. I want to see AJ versus Cena again or something at WrestleMania, though. Or AJ versus even Roman Reigns. I mean, I don't know. I'm just worried about Samoa Joe and AJ Styles not being the match that I want it to be. Because, damn it, I have standards when it comes to AJ Styles. I feel like he's going to be the most important thing that I want to see at WrestleMania this year. And if it gets botched, or if he ends up getting like a dud because of or kind of like what happened with Chris Jericho last year. They had a good match, but it wasn't epic like it could have been, and AJ lost, and it was just bizarre to me that happened. And I don't want to see something like that happen again. So therefore, why is this over here? I should be using that mic. I don't know why I'm using this other mic. I've been into the Shure again. I don't know why. But I'll go back to the RE20. I'll go back to it. You're a big guy. You look like a big, giant private thing. If you haven't clicked the like button down below already, click the damn like button. But we got more here. I got more wrestling talk. I'm not done yet. I'm just going to blabber on. You're going to have to fucking listen to it. Somebody tell Colt Cabana to come on my show. It's been forever. I know that he said it was Justin Bailey's fault on Twitter, but god damn it, Colt Cabana, get over here. I love Colt Cabana. Obviously, Zack Ryder is out for 6 months. I mean, I told you guys, I tweeted it right as soon as I saw it. He's hurt, man. Something is wrong, and then Road Dogg confirmed, and man, that just sucks so much for Zack Ryder. Not that I loved what they were doing, but that doesn't mean It's ridiculous. He just shouldn't have. It just sucks. It just sucks so much ass. It's not even funny. Down below in the link in the description box, you guys can buy this watch. The link is there. You click the link, takes you to the website. I get credit when you buy it. Also, if you use coupon code WWESAVE10, you'll get $10 off the watch, courtesy of WWE to me. Thank you to the WWE for sponsoring these videos. You wouldn't think they would, but they do. That's funny. Go to the website and check it out. And the link is below. It takes you directly to the WWE link in the website. It's not on some third-party site. It's actually WWE. And I think the watch is cool. I'm going to buy one. I'm not even joking. I know it's a little, I don't care. I'll get laid still. I'm married, almost. Okay, so WWE removed Big E's crack about Charlotte. That was weird. Everybody complained about it or, bitched about it or liked it or, So everybody gave me different feedback on it. Is Charlotte on the fast track to tying her dad's record, or will this be some sort of story where she's going to overtake her dad's record or something, and then can you imagine that? All the years, all the work of Ric Flair and Charlotte Flair could possibly, take it over, and they could call her the greatest ever in wrestling, and it's a woman, and it's Charlotte, and it's within 2 years. That would be so crazy. Doesn't matter that she's a woman, but it's what matters is that her career is just beginning, really. Ric Flair spans so many years. If she were to become, beat his record in, 2 years, what the hell is going on? Why have they played hot potato with the title so much? Why has this happened? Why am I still talking about it? They're finally apparently moving off of this, but it's just man, Charlotte has won this title back. Just crazy. To me. Maybe it's not crazy to you. I don't know. Who wants to see Zack Ryder post-surgery? I do. Oh my God, Zack Ryder. Oh my God. He just probably can't believe this. Last week I spent my Tuesday becoming the #1 contenders for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. This week, I'm spending my Tuesday rehabbing. It's just so unfortunate, ridiculous, sad. I'm angry for him, so I can't imagine how angry or upset, Zack Ryder could be. He's just got to be pissed. He knew it right away. We all did. Right when he came down, I said, oh my God, I hope Mojo Rawley doesn't touch him because he looks like he's hurt. Mojo's going to smash him around and be like, yeah, we did it. And Zach, you could see Zach was just like, no, don't. And unfortunately, it is bad news confirmed of 6 months injury. Most of you guys have heard about this by now. I'm behind in this news, but except for the fact that the second I saw it on SmackDown last week, I was like, oh, he's fucking really hurt. There's a problem. So that is just terrible news for Zack Ryder. I feel terrible. Tommy Dreamer talks about James Ellsworth screwing him over. This is gotta be one of the funnier stories. He says, myself and now a mystery partner will be facing the Spirit Squad, coming up at the House of Hardcore 23rd because WWE pulled James Ellsworth, and I'm not happy about that. James Ellsworth screwed over Dean Ambrose. That was a storyline. But Ellsworth screwed me over for real, and I'm pissed off about it. Tommy also discussed what it was like when he first saw Dusty Rhodes. Just a big interview. So Tommy Dreamer's pissed off at James Ellsworth. Shouldn't he be pissed off at the WWE? To be honest, James Ellsworth is supposed to come on this show. He said he'd come on in August. In August, he told me he'd come on in October. Or maybe it was November. I don't even remember. But you know what? He's not coming on now because now he's going to get the approval from WWE. He's not going to get the approval from WWE. And I don't think he's going to get on my show because I think he's signed now. And so now he's going to be approved by the office of Mr. Joe Villa. He'll never approve anybody to come on my show who won't get back to us, won't call back, won't do nothing. I can get the WWE shop to call me and say, hey, Joe, put the rings up on your site and shit. But I can't get the talent relations people to give me some interviews, even some 5 or 10 minute phone freaking interviews. Okay, I'm not Sam Roberts. I don't have a studio with Sirius XM, but can I get a guy on the phone for 5 or 10 minutes? I'll even write down. I'll even sign a contract that says, like, I won't swear and stuff. But you know what? That doesn't even matter because they go on these guys' shows and they swear. Sam Roberts was talking about swallowing jism like about 5 minutes before he had Roman Reigns on that time. I mean, you know, that part doesn't matter. And you know, X-Pac told me that didn't matter either in the dressing room one night. I mean, I'm not going to tell you everything else he said because it'd be wrong, but he did say, fuck that shit. That don't matter if you swear and all that stuff. They don't care about that. It's just that, you know, you got to be a big-time show or you got to be like an actual... You know, you got to be an actual you have to have actual credentials from like CBS or something, you know, to really, you know, they're not going to just go on, you know, Biff Bojo's fucking show. But I got news for them. I got news for lots of people. Shows like this, you know, friggin' we ground and pound, man. We get more viewers than many of these so-called real shows or radio shows and things like that. This is the new media, bro. This is the new freaking media. Howard Stern thought he had the new media. This is the new media, okay? This is the freaking new media. What I'm doing here, what we're listening to, I mean, we're talking about over 20 million views, okay? I was nobody, turn on a camera, turn on a video, put up a fucking thing, 20 million views, 41,000 subscribers. There's a damn reason for it, and we're tearing it up. I can make a video go viral faster than a fucking virus would creep inside Martha Stewart's cunt, all right? So this is why we do this. This is the fucking stage. You're not here. You're crazy. I can't even believe advertisers haven't figured this out as much yet either. They pay twice as much on a podcast that gets heard by 500 people than they do on my channel usually, which I could get thousands of views, thousands of people. And don't know why that is, because they haven't figured out that this is the medium yet. They haven't figured out this is the place to be. They haven't figured out that we're kicking ass over here. The WWE is failing with Raw. It's absolutely friggin' horrendous. SmackDown is doing well. And you just scratch your head and you say, I don't know. Is Vince just running the Raw show? I mean, it seems that way, especially because, from what I understand, he is. Other people we know are much more involved in SmackDown than they are in Raw, so there's a difference. Is Vince McMahon sitting gorilla at SmackDown, you know, barking orders, or is he laying back and sort of giving suggestions about things and letting other people sort of go with it? Is someone else directing the video on SmackDown? Is it not Kevin Dunn in the truck? I would think it would be Kevin Dunn. And maybe they thought, well, we'll just go with, you know, we'll do something different for this show. We'll do something different for Raw. And, you know, if Kevin Dunn's behind both things, then what are you going to say? You know, Kevin, you like what Kevin Dunn is doing on Raw, or you don't like it, or you do like SmackDown and you don't like, or is somebody else running that? I don't know. We don't have the answers to this. We're all speculating and people are pointing blame at everybody and all this thing. You know, Kevin Dunn is the most mysterious person ever because he gets just shit on. I'm convinced. I mean, forget the jokes. Jim Cornette really started most of it with him. I mean, Jim Cornette, think about it. If there was no Jim Cornette, then there would have been no bucktooth beaver motherfucker. There would have been none of that comment, right? And that comment that has just sailed across the internet. Anybody over 25 knows exactly what it is, and anybody younger fucking experiences it and figures it out or discovers it through us. So it's like this guy is cursed because of that, right? If there's no Cornette, there's much less hate on Dunn, right? Because nobody really thinks about it, or especially from the hardcores. Nobody knows as much. Nobody understands, you know? I mean, I guess the stories get out there and enough propagated story. So my point is, some people have said he's just terrible. Other people have said he's great. One thing you can't deny is that this guy, Kevin Dunn, fucking mysterious as hell, has produced some amazing video and direction over the years. He's been there forever. He's always been him. So if you think this sucks now, but you like the Attitude Era, well, Kevin Dunn was there. Kevin Dunn was the same way. Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, they were both there in the Attitude Era. Now they're here now. They were there before that and thereafter. So you have to kind of figure it out. Like, is it really them or is it really that? What's really happening? Is it Vince more? Is it the two of them? But what you can't do is deny the amazing things that Kevin Dunn has done. Believe it or not. We make a lot of jokes, we make a lot of fun, and people really place blame, and people don't really know exactly what he's had control of. They just blame things on people. And part of that is because we get no insight into what's really going on. More than ever, we don't really know. We usually do. We used to know. It's Vince and Vince Russo, and it's this. It was it. You knew it. Now there's like a giant mystery of a writing staff. Then there's people above them that fucking relay the shit to Vince and whatever. And then is Vince in charge of Raw only? And then is Triple H there a little bit and Stephanie? And we don't know. And then on SmackDown, is Shane doing things with at all? Or is he not? Or is Road Dogg in charge of some of it? Or is Vince just really running the whole thing? Is Kevin Dunn doing? We don't fucking know. So everyone is speculating and freaking out and pointing blame on people. And we're all just making it up mostly. I mean, we know a lot of things, and we know some things, but there's just so much. That part of the WWE has become more of a mystery, believe it or not. In a way, it's become more of a mystery, whereas the wrestling has become less of a mystery, because we know everybody's just smart now, and it's annoying. It's got to be annoying in WWE when it's like even fucking Jimmy Johnson in 6th grade is fucking making smarky comments on the Twitter. I mean, you know what I mean? You can't fool anybody. Everybody. You got, and I seen him. You got kids writing like they should have put over this guy. And it's like, years ago, it would take you years. Only like a really smart kid that figured that stuff out and read magazines or something could get into that, or had wrestling friends that were older or something could figure this shit out. But nowadays, all a kid has to do is turn into a few of my episodes or a few somebody else on YouTube or read a few wrestling boards and whatever else, and bam, he can get smarky smart with the rest of us. It's unbelievable. Really, it's and it ruins it, and then you get critical because you've been jaded by this, and then you realize that people are making decisions like it's a TV show, because it is, and you start realizing it should be done better. And before you know it, the fans aren't mad at the heel or cheering the face. They're mad at the writers or cheering the writers or mad at the owner, or, it's unbelievable. I mean, it's completely, in the last 6 years, this industry has changed mega. I mean, you would have thought it would have happened years ago when they were like, oh, this is all bullshit. It's all scripted. But it's really only turned in the last 5 to 6 years, and especially in the last 3 years, when people have become way more outspoken on social media. People are more demanding of fix this, or we deserve, and or they want things to be right. People like me are 32, we're jaded, we're upset, and everybody gets entitled about it, and it just really kind of ruins it for the show and everything. And the only thing they can do to counter that is to keep having surprises, and to keep the show moving at a quick pace. That's why you see SmackDown doing better, because you're like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? You've seen everything in wrestling, but hey, what's going to happen next? They're entertaining me still. The bottom line is, if you entertain the hell out of me, doesn't matter how much I've seen in wrestling or how much I know about wrestling, if you entertain the hell out of me, show's going to end up being good. But if you bore the hell out of me like Raw, people are going to want to stab themselves. That beginning to Raw was like a play. It was like a bad high school play. And I'm so sorry. Mick Foley, Chris Jericho, and Kevin Owens. It was like, Kevin Owens and Jericho are funny, but it was so goofy and cheesy. It was just hard to watch. It was like a bad play. So much scripted stuff. It was all scripted. You could tell. Didn't come off right. Too scripted. Way too scripted. Bad job. Love Mick Foley. Love these guys. He's in the damn intro. But that was just way too scripted. And every time, I swear to you, every time you can tell. It's overproduced. WWE is overproduced. Raw is overproduced. Why? Why is it being overproduced now? Why in a bar fight with Cesaro and Sheamus do I have to look at 6 camera cuts, zoom-ins on fake actors' faces? It looked terrible. It looked like a PBS set from a cartoon. It was just terrible. Have a real bar fight. Shoot something that's believable. I mean, don't zoom in on some guy's face when he's like, oh, like they zoom in on his face and it's like, this is so bad. It was like watching Saturday Night Live. The only difference is Saturday Night Live, you get it because it is a TV show that's supposed to be funny like that. So that would be funny. But in WWE, Sheamus and Cesaro get into a bar fight. It should have been badass. It should have been like James Bond and Conor McGregor getting into a brawl at a bar. You know what I mean? And then they should have taken home women. Some women should have been like, oh my God, you guys are like really strong. And like, I don't know what that was. I don't know why I did that. But no, that's what they should do. Like, oh my God, you're really strong. And then Cesaro should be like, yes, you should see my Cesaro swing. I don't know. That was almost Matt Hardy, but whatever. And then they just go home with women. Fucking awesome. That's what they should have done. That would have been badass. But instead, it was some cheesy, over-scripted, overdone bar fight thing where glasses are breaking early and fat dudes in purple... people that would never fight anybody were like in the fight, in that fight. Like, it made no sense. It was like middle-class fucking Christian Bible study people were like in that fight. Like, it made no damn sense. It should have been... You can go back and watch the video. It's so stupidly terrible. And you're like, oh, cool, a bar scene, a bar fight. That's what I've been talking about for a year now about Cesaro. They give it to us, and it's like, yep. You made a mistake. Anyway, I rambled on and 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 rambled on. And I'm not going to ramble on anymore because I'm tired as hell. I'll see you next time. I don't give a flying fuck what he thinks. I'm an internet god. My name is Joe Cronin. If you guys want to see more videos by me, they're popping up right now on the top of your screen. Click on them, and if it's your first time on the Joe Cronin Show, then you have to subscribe. I don't know what that was. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Check out these videos. Do it now. See you next time.
Wrestling talk with attitude.
This is my dear loyal lieutenant, Brother Cronin. He's a good man.